Next up, we have Geoff Aardsma. Geoff has a diverse background in several aspects of solid waste management, which gives him a balanced perspective on the challenges facing the industry today. With over 8 years of experience with waste management, Geoff was integral to the successful launch and growth of several initiatives, including construction derbies recycling programs and innovative commercial/industrial sustainable programs. Most recently, Geoff joined Enevo, focusing his expertise on optimizing waste collection systems and empowering restaurants and their operations to reduce their environmental impact. Geoff has his bachelor's degree in biochemistry from the University of Colorado Boulder and an MBA with a specialization in sustainability management from the University of Colorado Denver. Today, Geoff will be giving his talk on taking care of your dirty business, the evolution of waste collection. Please join me in welcoming Geoff.
Good morning. Thank you, Jen. Good morning. Coffee's kicking in now, right? I want to get to know you a little bit. How many of you interact with waste in your day-to-day work? Give me some words you associate with waste. Gross. One more? Expensive. It's because of these types of words that we tend to avoid waste. I'm a little different. I love trash. I've been in the waste management business since the beginning of my career and have seen the evolution of how technology is affecting the business. So today we're going to take a whirlwind tour of how trash collection is changing. The biggest thing I want you to walk away with today is that you have the ability to change the way that you handle trash. So I'd like to start with a reminder of where we came from. First known landfill was in 3000 BC in Crete. Landfills have been around for a long time. In 2000 BC, we know that China had methods of composting and recycling. Again, it's been around for a long time. Generally, though, in these times, people just threw their waste in the street, as you can see here in this first image. The lack of an efficient sanitation system enhanced the biblical proportions of the plague. It's not a good thing. So as a result, Europe introduced the first garbage men. They were called rakers, pioneers. These men would go around the city streets with carts and rakes cleaning up. For about the next 500 years or so, not much changed. Methods of collection included horses and carts. The biggest change really came with the advent of the automobile and what we now know as the front-end loader. You're probably familiar with this vehicle as it removes waste from the dumpsters at your restaurants. The speed was slow, so we ended up here in the 21st century. Big data, big ideas, big changes. Speed of innovation is significantly increasing. Today, the waste industry doesn't just collect your waste. From over 60% of restaurants, your waste haulers are actually collecting valuable recyclables and compostable materials for repurposing and reuse. We're getting smarter about how we monitor, manage, and mitigate our waste. We have data coming from our facilities, from our trucks, and even from the dumpsters themselves. All of this adds up to give you the opportunity to better manage your waste and know what's hidden in your dumpster. And the answer is better insights to run your business and cost savings. But what's it worth? What's data worth? What's the value of all the wasted food that you throw into the trash? Big data allows you or your service provider to see variance in the waste streams generated across your restaurant brands. As a result of managing waste based on data, we see the opportunity for a variety of cost savings available to the restaurant industry. By implementing technology in your kitchens to measure food waste, we've seen the ability for some buffets to reduce their pre-consumer food waste by up to 80%. Through food donation programs that use data and technology to connect restaurants with organizations in need and crowdsource drivers to come pick up those donations, there's an opportunity for an average annual savings of $30,000 to $35,000 per location. That includes a lot of tax benefits. You now have the ability to even see within your dumpster and start measuring what's going on at each individual location. In many cases, you'll find that a lot of your scheduled collections don't happen as you expected. By measuring this, you have the ability to make sure you're getting what you pay for and understanding the services you're receiving. In other cases, you see that there's an opportunity to reduce your service schedules. So we've seen that upwards of 21% of restaurants actually have the ability to reduce how many collections they receive. With the combination of this type of data, and the use by your vendor partners, you can see savings of upwards of 24 to 32% at each location. So where do we go from here with this type of insight? It's not just about cost savings from the vendors, right? It's about running our businesses better. The waste in your dumpster is merely an indication of inefficiencies that you may have in your operation or within your supply chain. You can start correlating what ends up in your dumpster with spikes or declines in your sales volumes at different stores. Imagine a holiday week, a big sales spike. By being able to measure at the individual location, you're able to see the variance of different restaurants, and you're able to correlate why some of them had drastic increases in their waste volumes while others had drastic decreases. Maybe they overordered. Maybe they sold out. By asking these questions, we're able to really identify the outliers and the core causes of these variances and coach so that the next time we have a sales spike, you have a more expected result, the one that you want. Speaking of outliers, we can use this same principle to help decrease overall generation and increase recycling and compost across your restaurant brands. Given a similar waste stream for the same quick serve or sit-down restaurant chain, we can safely assume that they should be generating a similar material for output. So we can identify the outliers, identify who's performing well, who's recycling great, who's reducing their overall waste generation, and who's underperforming. By taking the best practices from those that are exceeding expectations and teaching them to the folks that are underperforming, you're able to bring the whole system up in performance. This results in better environmental impacts and lower costs. But let's take it even further. What if it's not just about your individual restaurant location? What if it's about a collective of your peers in a geography? What if you were able to take all of these connected containers and link them together, enough to maybe connect it to a truck route? Now, most of you might not have the density and a specific geography to be able to control this type of service. But if you work together with your industry partners and you demand of the service industry to think of new ways to deliver services to you, you could create a system where you pay for exactly what you generate, not just based on an assumption of how much you generate and static schedules, but really a dynamic service model that flexes with your needs, with the changes in your business, reduces the incidence of overflows and overcost. This has the potential to bring efficiency to the entire industry. Fewer trucks on the road, better customer experience, and lower costs for you. This technology is available. It's a possibility. It comes in a variety of forms depending on who you're working with. And you as restaurateurs have the power to really bring it to fruition. So I ask of you to challenge your vendor partners, challenge your service providers, work with them so that they understand your needs and what you'd like to see out of them, and utilize technology to really help push the industry forward. That concludes our tour of the evolution of the waste industry. We're excited to share this journey with you as we go further and join you every year here at RFMA. Thank you.